We're going to use the guide plate as an example to roll through some of the fundamentals of the AutoCAD software. And before we even start anything, let's make sure we understand that up here, the file that we're playing with is the guideplate.dwg. So I've already taken our template and I have saved it as guideplate in a drawing file. That's super important so we can use the template that we created. The second thing is notice over here on my layers, I'm on the dimension layer, which is not good because I want to go to my object layer. Okay, now Onshape is pretty nice because once you pick one of these tools, it will kind of give you advice or like a route to go. One piece of advice I would give you is always, always, always start your drawing at the origin, whether it's like the bottom left corner or maybe the very center of your part, because that's going to make our absolute coordinates way easier. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go up here and grab the line tool and just start to do our first few lines for the guide plate. And notice how it says specify first point, and as I move around, the coordinates are changing. So as I get closer down to that little corner, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to 0, 0. Now I want to just go on 0, 0, so I'm going to type that in. I'm going to type in 0 to fill in that first box. I'm going to hit Tab to pop over to the Y coordinate. I'm going to hit 0 again, and if I hit Enter, that's going to attach my line straight to that spot right there. And I'll show you why that's important in just a little bit. So now this is what we call a Cartesian coordinate, where I can type in the length of that line that's highlighted right now, and I can type in the angle of that line. So according to our drawing, we're going 6.5 inches up. So I'm going to type 6.5. I'm going to hit Tab. Oh boy, I'm way zoomed in. Let me zoom out real quick. There we go. And I'll kind of rearrange our stuff so we can see. There we go. And I hit Tab, and I want that angle to be at 90 degrees. So I'm going to type in 90 and hit Enter. And it locks right in that spot. Same thing, I'm going to go directly to the right. It looks like that, 6.5 inches as well. And we're going to say 0 degrees. Now, I don't have a lot of information about that weird little slant guy, so I'm actually going to hit Escape to get rid of my line tool, and I'm just going to start back at that corner down there. So I'm going to grab my line tool again. You notice there's a little square that pops up that will lock it right onto that initial part of our line. Oh boy, what is this? I'm going to have to do some math. 8.0 minus 2.5 is 5.5 inches, and I want that to be at 0 degrees, so I'll do 5.5 tab 0, enter. I'm going to go up 2.5 tab 90. I'm going to go over 2.5 tab 0. Oh boy, I got to do some math again. 2.5 minus 5.5 is 3. So I'm going to go up 3, 90 degrees, and then I can just connect those. So I don't actually need to know that length. I don't need to know the angle. I can just do that. And I'm going to hit Escape, and that will finish off the piece right there. Sweet. So now we're going to use the absolute coordinate system to create the circles. So if I go up to my circles, I have a whole bunch of different options I can choose. Radius, diameter, 2.3 point, tangent, tangent, radius, tangent, tangent, tangent. Because we're given a diameter, I might just go center and diameter. So I need to tell it where the center is and what the diameter is. So that sounds pretty good. So I've selected that, and it's prompting me already, specify center point or circle, or for circle, excuse me. So I need to tell it where I want that center point to go. And since we've cornered everything on 0, 0, that's actually going to make our life a little bit easier. So our absolute system is going to go X and then Y. So I'm going to go 2.5 to the right, which is my X direction. So I'm going to type in 2.5. Tab 3 to go 3 up. I'm going to hit Enter, and it'll lock the center at that point. So now I can tell it the diameter that I want it to be. And in this case is 2.5. So I'll do that one more time. Hit Enter. Sweet. And we have one more. Let's do that same thing. So I'm going to go center diameter like this. It looks like it is 5 inches to the right. Oh no, we got to do more math. 6.5 minus 1.5 will tell us how high up we need to go. So that is 5 inches. That's kind of nice. And we have a diameter of 1.5. Cool. So that's our basic drawing technique. The last thing we need to do is dimension. So I'm going to go over to layer properties, and instead of object, I will go to dimension. On my ribbon, I'm going to go to annotate and hit dimension. So we're just identifying all the dimensions that correspond to the example that we've got, right? So we've got a 6.5 right here. 5.0 is from this corner to the center of the circle. So instead of doing the line, I can do that little corner. I can kind of highlight my circle, go to the center point like that. I'll have to scroll out a little bit. Come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Oh, nope. Yep. There we go. Got it. And I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to move that to where I want it to be because that looks kind of ugly right now. So I'm just going to click and drag it. We'll go right there for now. Then I'll zoom in. You know, just make everything look all pretty. We'll drag it there so it looks a little bit nicer. Sometimes you're lucky and you can just do the entire line. Sometimes you have to do corners. So to do the 5.5, I'm going to have to go this corner to this corner and pull it out so that it's so it's vertical. I'm going to hit escape one more time and I'll just kind of drag that in. But you guys get the gist. Then we're just doing that for every dimension that you see on the drawing is the same that you will do on the creation that we have here.